And this is part two, and there are spoilers here. Deep, deep spoilers for the fourth Trials of Apollo book, The Tyrant's Tomb. Anyways, if this is the first video you're watching, then you need to watch the first one to really. This starts at we're already halfway through the book, and we're uncovering all the secrets. Anyways, so having got the Smucker's jar that was full of the breath of the Soundless God, the final breath. They leave, but they get attacked by ravens again. Anyways, they get to the truck, and yes, they drove a pickup truck here. They get attacked by ghouls again, and again they go over the guardrail and end up in a Target parking lot. And anyways, Lavinia is there, and I should have mentioned before that Lavinia was going to, and Apollo knew this, was going to seemingly defect because she was going to run away because she didn't really like the whole regimented Roman style. Anyways, and previous to that, she also found Apollo also found out that Peaches, Meg's demonic little Peach, was still alive and was helping the resistance of Fawns, which is the Roman version of satyrs, and the earth spirits, the tree spirits, was helping organize them to help, repel the emperors that were on their way. Commodus, who was still blind, basically, and Caligula. Anyways, Apollo had several visions, usually, which gave him insight into what the emperors were doing and into their plans. There were 50 yachts. Yeah, the Triumvirate is rich. They had 50 yachts, and each one had an artillery gun on the back with a hamster ball full of Greek fire. And if you don't know about Greek fire, it burns and burns and burns and even burns in water. So, it was bad news. However, they decided that they didn't want to actually bombard the camp until they had done a ground assault to see if the Romans might surrender. Anyways, so here they are. They're in this Target parking lot with their truck, all banged up, and Reyna had a broken leg, basically. So anyway, the tree spirits and the fawns, they did the medical thing, but by now Apollo had zombie venom, going through his veins, and he was looking not too good. So they keep Reyna there, to heal her, and Lavinia seems to go off, for a plan of their own. Anyways, they Meg and Apollo, they rent a motorcycle, not a motorcycle, a bicycle, and so they bicycle their way back to the army, where the war is going on, and Lavinia knows all these secret places, all these little shortcuts, and they take one right in the middle of the war, where they basically help a little bit, the best they can. Apollo Roy can't do much because he's so sick and injured from the toxins that are flowing through his body now. But they do make their way to the front gate where Frank Zhang, he's the shapeshifter, and he's able to basically turn into any animal, even a dragon. And so the emperors, they come forward to consult Frank, since he is the only leading officer now, since Reyna isn't there. And he has a plan. And Apollo wants to help, and so it goes something like this. Frank wants to try and take them on in singles combat, and Apollo feels obligated to help, even though he's not really very strong and he's very, very ill. But And Frank is kind of upset by this because he has a plan, but Apollo doesn't know what it is yet. Anyways, what ends up happening is they do end up defeating the emperors because Frank basically his life is tied to this stick of wood, this piece of firewood, and he basically has the bridge rigged with Greek fire because they have their own Greek fire, and he's able to basically incinerate Caligula because he lights himself on fire, and then it blows up it basically ignites the stick of wood that's his life force, and causes basically fire bombs Caligula and basically vaporizes him to dust. That also injures Commodus, but he's still alive, and Apollo finds his godly strength and basically just with his actual word vaporizes Commodus. Anyways, so the emperors are dead, but that leaves Tarquin, who is invading New Rome from the sewers. Anyways, Apollo goes to Temple Hill, and they perform the ritual to call for divine help. He calls upon Diana, his sister, Artemis, the Roman version of his sister, and they wait, and nothing happens, and nothing happens, and nothing happens. Anyways, so Meg, in the meantime, has weaponized the unicorns. We're having them, wear Kevlar and attaching things to their horns like a Swiss Army knife, And they make short work of all the undead in the city. But they go to the bookstore because they know that Tarquin is looking for the Sibylline books. Anyways, Diana appears at the last minute and basically shoots Tarquin in the head with an arrow, and he blows up and dies. So, basically, the day is won, and Apollo, with the last of his energy, basically dies, but is saved at the last minute by his sister, who heals him because she's like a goddess. Anyways, looks like we're running low on time here, so we're going to sum this up pretty quickly. Anyways, basically the ships were all sabotaged by the fauns and the naiads, the river spirits, and Lavinia, and all of the guns do fire the Greek fire, but they come back and blow up all the yachts. So that threat's gone, and everything's back to normal, but a lot of people die. Only very few of the named characters die, though. And Frank is thought dead until Arion, the talking horse, ends up finding him and saving him. Anyways, long story short, Rhaena resigns her spot as praetor, and becomes a huntress for Artemis, aka Diana, and that means Hazel takes her place as praetor, and Lavinia takes Hazel's place as centurion. Anyways, Meg and they give Apollo his original bow back that he had donated to the Legion a couple centuries ago because nobody else could use it. Anyways, I'm running out of time here. This should do it. Okay. And that's about it. They go and they get a new prophecy, and the next book is called The Tower of Nero. Tower of Nero. And that's that. They need to go to New York now and find a way. And that's where it ends. Thanks for watching. If you like these videos, like, subscribe, share, comment, donate if you want to. Information is in the description. And thanks for watching. I think I'm about out of time, but I really appreciate the support. Thanks again.